What if I told you that in a world drowning in distractions, most people aren't just surviving, they're silently surrendering, not from a lack of opportunity, but from a fragile mind that cracks under pressure. We doom scroll through endless feeds, chase fleeting highs, and build walls around our vulnerabilities, only to wonder why we're trapped in cycles of anxiety, regret, and unfulfilled potential. We crave ease, yet it leaves us empty. We dodge hardship, yet it haunts us in the shadows. The raw truth: comfort is a silent assassin, eroding your edge while adversity forges unbreakable steel. But here's the game changer. The ancient Stoics cracked this code centuries before algorithms hijacked our attention or therapy apps promised quick fixes. Marcus Aurelius, the emperor who stared down empires and inner demons alike, declared, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This isn't fluffy philosophy. It's a battle-tested blueprint for thriving in turmoil. Stoicism doesn't promise a soft landing. It equips you to soar through storms. Let's pause here for a moment and reflect on that. In an era where mental health crises are skyrocketing, where social media amplifies every insecurity, and where instant gratification is just a click away, the Stoics offer a timeless antidote. They weren't armchair philosophers. They were warriors, leaders, and survivors who faced real-world chaos, plagues, wars, betrayals, and personal losses, and emerged not just intact, but transformed. Epictetus, born a slave, rose to influence emperors with his teachings. Seneca, advisor to Nero, navigated treacherous politics while practicing what he preached. And Marcus Aurelius, ruling the vast Roman Empire, journaled his innermost thoughts in Meditations, a book that has guided countless souls through the ages. These men didn't have the luxury of modern conveniences, yet they mastered their minds in ways we can scarcely imagine. Their wisdom isn't about escaping life's pains, it's about embracing them as teachers. In this video, we're unleashing 10 brutal Stoic laws designed to shatter your mental limits, rebuild your resilience, and transform you into a force of unyielding calm. No sugar-coated motivation here, just unfiltered wisdom from Stoic giants like Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, proven in the fires of ancient trials and razor-sharp for today's chaos. We'll dive deeper than surface-level advice, exploring historical contexts, practical applications, modern parallels, and step-by-step implementations for each law. This isn't just a list. It's a comprehensive guide to rewiring your brain for unbreakable mental fortitude. If you're truly committed to leveling up, don't treat this as passive entertainment. This is your mental forge. Hit like right now to lock in your intent. Comment as we dive in, especially when a law strikes a nerve. Share it with that friend teetering on the edge of breakthrough. And crucially, absorb every word, no skipping, because one overlooked insight could be the difference between breaking or becoming unbreakable. Before we jump in, let's set the stage with a quick overview of Stoicism's core principles. Virtue as the highest good, living in accordance with nature, and distinguishing between what we can control and what we can't. These laws build on that foundation, pushing you to apply them in daily life. All right, let's ignite this transformation. Number 1, embrace discomfort as your greatest ally. Society sells us the lie that pain is the enemy, but the Stoics knew better. Charge into it and let it sculpt you. Recall your pivotal breakthroughs. Did they bloom in cushy complacency, or emerge from the wreckage of trials that forced you to evolve? Think about it deeply. That promotion you earned after grinding through rejection after rejection, that personal growth spurt after a heartbreaking loss, or that moment of clarity after pushing your body to its limits in a marathon. These aren't coincidences. They're proof that discomfort is the catalyst for change. Marcus Aurelius, amid endless wars and personal plagues, embodied this. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. This isn't abstract poetry. It's a mandate. Every setback is a sharpening stone, every frustration a forge for fortitude. Let's break this down further. In ancient Rome, Stoics like Aurelius faced constant threats: barbarian invasions, political intrigue, and even the death of loved ones. Yet he viewed these not as curses, but as opportunities to practice virtue and build resilience. Modern culture screams, "Evade suffering," but Stoicism roars back, "Seek it out in doses you control." That icy plunge, that unflinching confrontation, that grueling workout when exhaustion begs you to quit, these aren't punishments. They're promotions for your soul. Seneca, the wealthy sage, deliberately slummed it with rough garb and meager meals, not from masochism, but mastery. Why? To strip shock from misfortune's sting. He wrote extensively about this in his letters to Lucilius, emphasizing that by practicing poverty voluntarily, one becomes immune to the fear of losing wealth. Discomfort isn't a foe, it's a revealer, exposing your raw self and illuminating your path to power. Dodge the minor aches now and invite major agony later, but lean in, traverse the flames mindfully, and watch fear dissolve into freedom. From today, treat discomfort like a trusted trainer. It may sting, but it strengthens. To implement this, start small but consistent. Pick one deliberate challenge, cold exposure for 5 minutes daily, engaging in a raw honesty session with a trusted friend, or embracing unplugged solitude for an hour without distractions, and execute without excuses. Track your progress in a journal. Note how it feels before, during, and after. Over time, you'll notice a shift. Discomfort becomes less daunting and your tolerance expands. Modern examples abound. Think of athletes like David Goggins, who embodies this principle by pushing through extreme physical challenges to build mental toughness, or entrepreneurs who deliberately take calculated risks to grow their businesses. Affirm in the comments, "Discomfort is my forge." Share your chosen challenge below, and let's build a community of warriors supporting each other. Number 2, master your emotions, or they will master you. How many days have you surrendered to a surge of rage, a wave of doubt, or a slump of lethargy? It's epidemic, but the Stoics decreed, if emotions dictate your actions, you're enslaved, not by chains, but by chaos within. Epictetus, the ex-slave who rose to wisdom's pinnacle, warned, "Any person capable of angering you becomes your master. They can anger you only when you permit yourself to be disturbed by them." Ponder that. That road rager stealing your calm on the commute, that ghosting ex shattering your self-worth, that viral troll derailing your productivity, they're puppeteering your peace because you allow it. Let's explore Epictetus's background to appreciate this fully. Born into slavery in Hierapolis around 50 AD, he endured physical abuse, including a master who twisted his leg until it broke, leaving him lame for life. Yet he didn't harbor bitterness. Instead, he focused on what he could control, his mind and responses. This resilience allowed him to teach philosophy even after gaining freedom. Stoicism doesn't demand emotional numbness. It commands observation, dissection, and deliberate response over knee-jerk reaction, like a child flailing in fury versus a sage surveying the squall. Aurelius confided in his meditations, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. And this you have the power to revoke at any moment." Brutal accountability. No more outsourcing blame. Your reactions are your realm. Feel the fire of anger, but channel it wisely, perhaps into productive energy for a workout or creative pursuit. Sense fear's grip, yet advance undeterred, breaking it down into manageable steps. This isn't robotic detachment, it's regal command. Next trigger, halt. Inhale deeply for a count of 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4. Query, does this emotion serve me? What objective truth lies beneath it? Then pivot with purpose. Cease being a marionette. Ascend as the maestro. In our volatile era, this equanimity isn't just rare, it's revolutionary, drawing allies and repelling turmoil. True liberation blooms when emotions bow to your will. Consider modern applications. In high-stakes professions like surgery or trading, emotional mastery prevents costly mistakes. Or in relationships, where responding thoughtfully instead of reacting impulsively fosters deeper connections. Practice this daily. Keep an emotion log, noting triggers, initial reactions, and chosen responses. Over weeks, patterns emerge and control strengthens. If this resonates, comment your biggest emotional trigger and how you'll apply this law. Let's discuss in the comments to deepen our understanding. Number 5. Inflict voluntary adversity to temper an iron will. Comfort's cult dulls your blade. Deliberate trials hone it to a razor's edge. Stoics preempted pain, not evaded it, understanding that waiting for life to test you leaves you vulnerable. Seneca prescribed in his essays, "Set aside a certain number of days, during which you shall be content with the scantiest and cheapest fare, with coarse and rough dress, saying to yourself the while, 'Is this the condition that I feared?'" Not torment for its own sake, but tempering like a blacksmith hammering steel to remove weaknesses. In our pampered age of on-demand everything, skipping discomfort invites collapse when crises inevitably call: job loss, health scares, or relational ruptures. Train proactively to build adaptability. Fast intermittently to defy cravings and appreciate abundance. Endure chill through cold showers or winter walks to build physical and mental grit. Forgo frills like skipping a favorite indulgence to foster self-restraint and gratitude. These rituals don't make you invincible. They adapt you, rewiring neural pathways for resilience. Aurelius navigated nightmares like the Antonine Plague and Marcomannic Wars with poise, expecting them as part of life's curriculum. Shift your queries from "how can I make life easier?" to "how can I become stronger today?" Face voluntary voids, hunger, solitude, fatigue, and maintain focus through them, perhaps meditating on Stoic texts during the challenge. Real-world example: Navy SEAL training incorporates voluntary hardship to prepare for combat's unpredictability, echoing Stoic practices. To integrate, schedule weekly adversity days. One day of minimalism in food and tech, reflect on fears diminished. This builds compound interest in willpower. Affirm in comments, "I choose hardship to build strength." Share your adversity practice for inspiration. Number 6. Sever ties to results. Cherish the grind with passion. Outcome obsession breeds brittleness and disappointment. Process passion yields persistence and unexpected rewards. Epictetus proclaimed, "Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control. Clasp goals too tight, and flops fracture you emotionally. Think of the writer quitting after one rejection, or the dieter abandoning ship after a plateau. Instead, adore the alchemy of effort, the sweat of consistent practice, the strategy of iterative improvement, the strides in skill that accumulate quietly." Paradox: detachment often delivers superior yields, unburdened by desperation or fear of failure. Aurelius advised, "Never let the future disturb you. You will meet it, if you have to, with the same weapons of reason which today arm you against the present." Craft for craft's sake. Triumph resides in tenacity, not trophies alone. Historical context: Stoics like Zeno, founder of the school, emphasized virtuous action over external success. Modern application: artists like Picasso produced thousands of works, focusing on creation over acclaim, leading to masterpieces. Practice: set process goals, write 500 words daily, not publish a bestseller, and celebrate completions. When outcomes falter, review the process for refinements, not self-flagellation. Comment your process you're falling in love with. Number 7. Confront mortality to ignite vitality and purpose. Immortality's delusion breeds procrastination and trivial pursuits. Stoics invoked memento mori, remember you will die, not for morbidity, but motivation. Aurelius urged, you could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. Imagine this, waking each morning with the awareness that this could be your last day. How would it change your priorities? Time's finitude sharpens focus. Ditch drivel like endless scrolling or petty arguments. Pursue purpose with urgency, building legacies, nurturing bonds, contributing meaningfully. Seneca noted in On the Shortness of Life, it is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. Life is long enough, and a sufficiently generous amount has been given to us for the highest achievements if it were all well invested. Death's shadow awakens authenticity. Bold risks in career pivots, profound bonds through vulnerable conversations, urgent action on dreams deferred. Historical note, Romans kept skulls as reminders. Stoics meditated daily on mortality. Modern echo, Steve Jobs' Stanford speech, remembering that I'll be dead soon is the most important tool I've ever encountered to help me make the big choices. Practice, evening reflection, review the day as if it were your last. Adjust tomorrow accordingly. This dissolves anxiety into aliveness, making every moment count. Share in comments. How does memento mori change your day? Number 8. Champion virtue over validation from the masses. Crowds crave claps and likes. Stoics seek solidity in principles. Aurelius mandated, waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. Integrity trumps image. Honor unseen acts of kindness. Truth unapplauded in tough conversations. Commitments costly like turning down unethical opportunities. Seneca vowed, I will govern my life and thoughts as if the whole world were to see the one and to read the other. For what does it matter to me if my life is open? My thoughts must be blameless. Virtue's path is arduous yet anchoring, yielding unassailable self-respect that no external shift can erode. In superficial seas of social media, authenticity anchors you as a beacon, attracting genuine connections. Historical example, Cato the Younger chose death over compromising principles under Caesar. Modern, whistleblowers like Edward Snowden prioritize truth over safety. To embody, define your core virtues, honesty, courage, justice, and audit daily actions against them. When tempted by approval, ask, does this align with my values? Comment your top virtue and how you're living it. Number 9. Amor fati. Embrace your fate with fervor and without reservation. Resisting destiny drains your spirit. Loving it liberates and energizes. Though popularized by Nietzsche, it echoes Stoic acceptance. My formula for greatness in a human being is amor fati, that one wants nothing to be different, not forward, not backward, not in all eternity. Not merely bear what is necessary, still less conceal it. All idealism is mendacity in the face of what is necessary, but love it. Epictetus aligned, don't demand that things happen as you wish, but wish that they happen as they do happen, and you will go on well. Every twist, triumph or trial is your tailored teacher, custom designed by the universe for your evolution. Greet setbacks as stepping stones. A job loss redirects to passion. Illness teaches empathy. Failure hones skills. This alchemy turns victims into victors, infusing existence with profound peace and propulsion forward. Historical depth. Stoics viewed the cosmos as rational, so accepting fate aligns with nature. Modern Viktor Frankl in concentration camps found meaning by embracing suffering. Practice. When challenges arise, affirm, I love this fate, and brainstorm 3 gifts it brings. Over time, resistance fades, replaced by enthusiastic engagement. Affirm in comments, Amor fati, I love my fate. Share a fate you're embracing. Number 10. Premeditate evils to preempt panic and build foresight. Foresee fractures to fortify your mind against them. Seneca counseled in his letters, "Nothing happens to the wise man against his expectation." We should project our thoughts ahead of us at every turn and have in mind every possible eventuality instead of only the usual course of events. Negative visualization isn't pessimism, it's preparation that dulls dreads, edge and enhances appreciation. Visualize losses, health, loved ones, possessions, to value the present deeply and prepare responses. When woes arrive, you're rehearsed, responding with resolve rather than reaction. This foresight breeds gratitude for what's here now and grit for what's coming. Historical. Stoics like Aurelius premeditated during quiet mornings. Modern. Astronauts simulate disasters in training. Practice daily. Spend 5 minutes envisioning adversities, e.g., financial setback, and planning calm responses. Emerge empowered, less fearful. To wrap this up, if this arsenal has ignited your core, recognize you're primed for metamorphosis, from fragile to formidable, from reactive to regal. Stoicism isn't escape, it's elevation, arming you against entropy with eternal truths that have stood the test of millennia. Aurelius, Seneca, Epictetus forged these in forges of fate. Now wield them in your daily battles. No perfect starts, just persistent steps toward mastery. Forge your mind relentlessly, welcome wars as teachers, release reins on the uncontrollable, uphold honor as your compass. Your era's fleeting, claim it fiercely with purpose and poise. Drop in comments, "I am unbreakable." If ignited, like this video to affirm your commitment, share with a seeker who needs this spark, and subscribe for more Stoic strikes that cut through the noise. We're forging a legion of luminaries. Join us, endure the trials, excel beyond limits. Remember, every day is a chance to apply these laws. Start now and watch your life transform into something extraordinary. Keep returning to this video as a reference, replay sections that hit hard, and build habits around them. Together, we're not just watching, we're becoming mentally unbreakable.